ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to address the Human Rights Council on behalf of Montenegro. I congratulate Ambassador Lauba on his election as President of the Council. I am confident that under his able leadership and the long-standing commitment of the Swiss Confederation to democratic values, the Council will continue to fulfill its core mission of addressing, protecting, and promoting human rights worldwide. The Council's proactive role is more crucial than ever. Given another year of horrific armed conflict on an unprecedented scale, from Ukraine and Gaza to the DRC, Sudan, Myanmar, and far beyond, with a devastating impact on lives of millions of people. This is of particular importance on the global backsliding of the human rights as well, compounded by the climate crisis, environmental degradation, and unregulated new emerging digital technologies. Such negative development undermine global stability and fuel insecurity, inequality, and division. They also clearly point to a crisis in our shared commitment to uphold and respect the fundamental principles of international law and the global norms and standards to which we have all committed ourselves. To effectively address the pressing issues and risks, we must invest more in human rights, not less, and continuously strengthen the rule of law as their vital safeguard. Otherwise, people's lives, peace, and stability are at stake. As this postulate shows, problems with the exercise of human rights and freedom are often linked to the cases of tension, instability, and political turmoil within and between states. Excellencies, today marks exactly 3 years since the start of the Russian Federation war of aggression against Ukraine. This constitutes a flagrant violation of international law, including the UN Charter, and continues to undermine global stability and erode respect for international law. Russia's brutal aggression has left hundreds of thousands dead and injured, including children, millions displaced, mass destruction across the country, and the list goes on, with mounting evidence of wide range of violation of international humanitarian and human rights law. Montenegro reaffirms its support for a comprehensive, just and lasting peace based on the principles of the UN Charter and international law. In this regard, the active role of the Ukraine and Europe is indispensable. Excellencies, last year we also witnessed a dramatic military escalation with devastating humanitarian consequences and serious violation of international law in the Middle East and the risk imposed for the entire region. But also some historic events, especially in Syria and Lebanon, where important changes are taking place. Montenegro has welcomed with great hope the ceasefire agreement reached between Israel and Hamas and facilitated by the US, Egypt, and Qatar. This significant achievement should allow for release of all remaining hostages, the cessation of hostilities, and the delivery of much-needed humanitarian aid. For this to happen, it's crucial that all parties fully respect the terms of the agreement and ensure its full implementation. Montenegro remains principled in supporting and calling for a just, comprehensive, and lasting peace based on two-state solution with a viable Palestinian state and secure Israel, living side by side in peace, security, and mutual recognition. Excellencies, in this time of heightened global conflict and tension and an alarmingly growing trend of disrespect for international law, we must ensure that human rights are at the center of the response to multiple crises, and reaffirm our strong commitment to effective multilateralism and rules-based international order, with the United Nations at its core, as the Pact for the Future also highlights. Montenegro regrets the decision of the USA administration to withdraw from the HRC, given its vital contribution in protecting and promoting human rights and freedom worldwide. Finally, Excellency, Montenegro has just completed its second mandate of Human Rights Council. We have worked closely with partners from all regional groups to advance the human rights agenda with special focus on vulnerable and marginalized groups. With the same enthusiasm and commitment, Montenegro will continue to be a fair and reliable actor on the Council, as well as to fully cooperate with all EU human rights mechanisms. With that in mind, I am confident in your support for the candidacy of Montenegro, the Human Rights Council for the 2030-2032. Thank you for attention.